And we are live. So if you join me today in this live love talk, you're probably feeling exhausted. You are probably a little bit tired, and you are not feeling really good about that, about being tired, because it's the beginning of the year. And everybody is supposed to be, accomplishing goals, writing down goals, and what you are going to accomplish in 2026. And you're probably feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit tired. Last Sunday was the biggest day of the year when it comes to dating. It's when most people around the world get on online dating apps. And so you probably did that, and it didn't go as you expected. And yes, you are feeling downright tired, and I am going to help you with that. I am going to help you, and I am not going to just tell you to be optimistic and to get bootstrap your boots, and no, because I don't think that's what you really need. And I also don't think that what you need is clarity. If you click on this video, you do have clarity. You just have been relying way too much on optimism, actually, and self discipline, and willpower, and hyper responsibility, trying to get everything done by yourself. Maybe you don't even have a good mentor or a friend to talk about your love life challenges. And so today, stay with me. If you are successful, if you have a great job, or a career, or if you have your business and that part of your life is going well, but your love life feels just down straight exhausting, this video is for you. Because what I am going to help you with here is to, number one, acknowledge and maybe recognize in yourself with all the love that you can give to yourself first. This is not about finding blame. This is not about, shaming ourselves. You know that I am completely against shaming ourselves, because it really doesn't work for us as women. And, you know, maybe you are finding out that you are on a rat trap, in a cycle of going to work every day and being a boss babe, doing a fantastic job. Maybe you are telling people what to do. You have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you have friends that rely on you when you come back home. Maybe you have a girlfriend that is going through something and you are trying to help her. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you're a single mom, and that adds a lot to the pile of responsibilities. Maybe you are also trying to train for a marathon, or for I don't know, some sort of physical challenge. And so, in other words, you have a lot on your plate. And on top of that, you are really wanting and desiring to find a great guy to share your life with, or you want to have a great relationship with your partner or your husband that you already have right now. So what happens is, when we don't have a clear line, a clear boundary of where work ends and where my personal life, my love life starts, those two have a very easy way to merge together. So it gets kind of like all meshed. And what works in your work life, the kind of character traits, your attributes, your personality, your leadership, your problem solving skills, your creativity, everything that really works in your work life doesn't really works for your love life. Because a high quality man, a man that is successful, that is strong, that wants to take care of you, that wants to adore you and cherish you, he's not really going to be attracted towards a woman that is exhibiting on dates or maybe at home attitudes that have a lot to do with overdoing, overgiving, trying to solve problems. And so I want you lovingly first to do a little bit of self reflection and see in real life if you are falling into the trap of bringing the work attitudes and characters into your love life, because that is the first thing to see if that is the case with you. And once we do that, I am going to give you the 3 ways that you can easily, once you recognize the pattern, that you can, 3 things that sound very simple, but they are not that easy to do. And what really, really matters is what we do, okay? What we do day in and day out. In other words, this is a practice that you do every day until it becomes second skin, until you are embodied and you don't have to think about it anymore. It's just part of who you are. So, the first tip that I want to give you to shift from masculine energy, from doing, from giving, solving, planning, is to have a little ritual. The ritual that served me the best back in the day when I started my own journey was to have a bracelet. I have this bracelet, my husband gave it to me, and I just, when I am done with work, I put it in my wrist, and this is my reminder that it's the time for Natalia. This is Natalia time, the romantic love life Natalia time. So this is a very simple ritual that you can start doing right now. Pick a bracelet, pick a necklace, pick a pair of some earrings. Maybe something else that I do is when I am done with my work day, I have very strong boundaries with that, and I have them now. I have strong boundaries now, but this was a journey for me. It was really hard for me to say, okay, at this time of the day, I stop working and I get on with my personal life. So I don't want you to think that this is something that you are going to figure it out in one day. It's a practice. It requires a lot of trial and error. So be very loving and very compassionate and very kind to yourself. What matters is that you have an intention, that if you commute, when you are driving back home, that you have maybe your bracelet in your car and you start to listen to music that puts you in your feminine energy. You start to listening to music that really supports your nervous system into calming down, relaxing, and transitioning into your other aspect of your life. That actually your romantic life, it's the most important area of your life at the end of the day. I am sure you have heard that saying that nobody on their deathbed says, I wish I had worked more hours. Everybody, what we wish is, I wish I had spent more time with my loved ones. So this is a really, really important part of your life. So it's well worth that you put some effort and energy into learning this new ritual. For me, another thing that I do that I love is I light up a candle. When I am done with work, I close my office and I go to my living room and I have candles there and I light up a candle that smells really good. That also helps me. I also have fairy lights in my den and I light up my fairy lights. That makes me feel so good and so feminine. And I have trained myself to my brain that when those things happen, that means that it's time for Natalia's personal life, that I have done enough during the day at work, and that I am ready to switch into my feminine energy so I can continue having the incredible relationship I have with my husband after over 16 years now. So that is tip number one. Tip number two is slowing down. And this is also super easy to hear it intellectually, but to actually do it, to actually embody slowing down, can be really hard for some of you because we are used to, equal our worth, our self-worth with how much we get done and how fast we get it done. The faster we get done things, the more things we can get done. And I invite you to shift your perspective and contemplate for a week my perspective that really is not so much about how much you get done, it's the quality of the things you are getting done. So slow down a notch. A very easy way to slow down is to get rid of your pants. If you're wearing pants, trousers, leggings, athleisure attire, yoga attire, running attire, anything that has pants, put a skirt on, wear a dress. That will immediately make you slow down because when we are wearing a skirt, we become more aware of our body because we automatically we don't want to show any inappropriate areas, so we immediately slow down. So the feminine energy, what really makes us feel good is the journey, is the process, is being in the moment, being here and now. I know a woman that she actually got a tattoo on her wrist here that says here and now. For years, I had a sign in my office that said here and now. I don't have it anymore, but I used to. And any reminder that allows you to get back into the present moment. I truly believe through my studies, through my experience, through coaching so many women all these years, and through coaching myself, that sometimes we need to get so many things done because we don't take our time to really enjoy and savor the moment. There is a practice that maybe you can relate really well, and it's called mindful eating. And there are a lot of people that are helping people to lose weight, and that's all they teach them, to be mindful when they are eating. Because when we are mindful, or in other words, when we are in the moment and we savor the moment, we savor every single, like, when I put this dress on, I took it out of my closet and I looked at it, and I remembered how much I wanted this dress, and it took me a month to find it. And when I bought it, and it feels so good that I don't need to have 10,000 dresses, because this dress, I really, it means a lot to me. So slowing down is about being mindful of the moment, a moment that is well savored, a moment that is well lived, a moment that we squeeze the marrow out of the moment will satisfy us a lot more than jumping from one thing to the other. So slowing down, it's the essence of being in your feminine energy. It's the essence of getting back in touch with your feelings, with your body. And you are going to notice how when you go on a date and you slow down, you move slower, you speak slower, his ears are going to perk up. When we really take our time to savor the moment, to enjoy the food we are eating, the coffee we are drinking, the matcha we are drinking, whatever it is that you are doing, the walk, enjoying the flowers, even stepping to smell the flowers. that is going to really, really, really make us enjoy the moment. And we are not going to feel so tired, so overwhelmed, because we are going to get an immediate dopamine hit. We are going to get an immediate reward for what we are doing. And even if the date doesn't go as well as we wanted, we are not going to feel like we wasted our time, because we are going to have so many other things to celebrate out of that experience. Okay, if we are in a rush and the only thing that matters to us when we are on a date is to see if he's the one or not, the window, the measure that the measure rule that we are using, it's so narrow that of course it's going to be exhausting, because to hit that very, very narrow measurement, it's going to take a while. So that's the second one: slow down. And the third one is when you come back from work and you are getting ready to go on a date, or you are getting ready to be with your husband, with your partner, with your children, take a moment to switch from boss babe, leader, generating, having an answer for everything, problem solving, to listening to them, listening to him, not rather than listening to your brain so you can give an answer to what he's saying. And again, this is not something to shame yourself or to make yourself wrong if you are doing that. If you do some self introspection and you find that you are always not listening to him, you are listening to yourself, the conversation in your head on top of what he is saying, because this is the way we have been trained since we were very, very young. We have been trained to in a practice that is called active listening. So we are actively listening to try to figure it out what we are going to answer. And what I am telling you to do now, challenging you lovingly to do, is to just listen without trying to figure it out what you are going to answer. Just listen. Listen what he says and be in the moment. That is enough. Don't listen trying to figure it out, trying to help him, trying to be smart, trying to have the right answer. That is going to be exhausting. So those are my 3 tips to shift. If you're feeling exhausted and you want to start enjoying your love life, there are many other things you can do, and we go in depth in my Epic Love Accelerator program. But for the purposes of this live video, those are the 3 that I wanted to share today. The first one is have a ritual that immediately triggers your nervous system, your brain. Okay, I am in personal time. The second one, slow down and enjoy the moment, enjoy the process. Every day is precious, every moment is precious, and they're not guaranteed. And the third one is learn how to listen to him rather than listening to your brain to get the right answer to what he is saying. I know they sound simple, but they are really, really a practice, and you are going to get it once you practice. And my challenge to you is to pick one and let me know in the comments which one you are going to start with. To pick one and start now. Which one are you going to start today? Let me know which one, and let me know also if you found this live video useful in the comments and like this video. This is a practice, okay? And to live a well-lived life, to live a well-lived romantic life, love life, it's something that we never arrive there. So don't feel that you know that you are supposed to know it all by now. Don't feel like, oh my God, I'm 35 and I'm supposed to know all these things, or I am 50 and I'm supposed to know all these things. You are not. You are not. Nobody teaches us this. Actually, the whole of society is pushing us more and more and more towards isolation, towards, being in a performative mode, towards being, comparing ourselves with other people without the right context. And so I invite you to 2026 to be really, really kind to yourself and to take each day on stride, but not in a passive way, in a way that you pick a tool every day to practice and to get better and better and better. And so that's it for today. That is my first live love talk of the year 2026. I am so excited for you. I feel like 2026 is the year that you have been doing the work. If you have been watching my videos last year, and if you have been getting my coaching, if you are a return client, this is the year that we are going to harvest. That is my personal word for the year, and I invite you to borrow it for me. This is the harvest year. This is the year where everything you have been learning, the woman you have been becoming all this time, finally blossoms and bears fruit. Okay, so if you want to take me on this, type in the comments bear fruit or harvest, and I will answer you. Much love. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our next live love talk. If you have any questions or any buts or any what ifs, let me know in the comments. I read all the comments and I will answer you as soon as I can. Much love. You are a queen. Bye.